Hey, good morning, YouTube. It's Rules for Rebels. It is freezing outside today. It's like 6 degrees. So let's get inside, and I'm going to tell you guys about a retail arbitrage opportunity this holiday season that can probably make you about $100 a day and is pretty easy. So let's get to it. Good morning, YouTube. It's Rules for Rebels here, guys, and today we're talking about retail arbitrage. I got a retail arbitrage opportunity that could make you like $100 a day. This isn't going to be a long-lasting business. This is probably something that you're going to be able to do through the holiday season. But if you jump on this right now, you could make yourself a little bit of money. As you can see here, probably from the slide, the product we're talking about is the Atari Flashback 7. Now, a couple weeks ago, I had talked about the new Nintendo NES Classic Edition that came out. They released a limited amount. They were selling, I've seen some auctions selling on eBay for like $70,000. I highly doubt those people actually paid for those products. But I did see actual real sales as high as $1,200, if not even maybe up to $5,000. So people were making a killing because people wanted them, and there weren't very many of them out there. Well, the other day I was in Bed Bath & Beyond, and they had a whole shelf full of flashback video games. So they had the Atari Flashback 7, they had an Atari Flashback 7 Portable Edition that was like a little handheld you can carry around. They also had a Sega Genesis Flashback, which was pretty cool. And you know, quite frankly, I'm surprised the Nintendo one was so much more popular than these ones, because the Atari one has like 101 different games on it. The Sega one had like 40 games, and in my opinion, the games on the Atari and the Sega were way better than the Nintendo. I actually have the Nintendo NES Classic. I actually made a video about it last week. I haven't had a chance to finish it yet. I'll try to get that posted up. But I really wasn't that impressed with the Nintendo. So basically, the opportunity is right in front of you, Atari Flashback 7. So what is arbitrage? Now, this is the definition: the simultaneously buying and selling of securities, currency, or commodities in different markets or in different derivative forms in order to take advantage of differing prices for the same asset. So you can find the Atari at Bed Bath & Beyond for $39. Target and Walmart, surprisingly, they normally have pretty good prices. Target and Walmart are selling it for like $59 and $65 or something like that. And then on eBay, one of the top sellers is selling it for 70-something bucks. So basically, you can find a product at a lower price in one area and resell it at a higher price in another area or on another selling platform. So that's what arbitrage is. I'll give you guys another quick example. I'm sure you guys know what arbitrage is, but a kind of an example from my past is Blue Mountain Coffee. I love traveling to Negril, Jamaica. I'm kind of a boring traveler. I remember the first time I discovered Negril, 7 Mile Beach and everything. I think I went there 7 years in a row for vacation. Like, I find one place that I like, and I just keep going back. But anyhow, while I was down there, I fell in love with their Blue Mountain Coffee. If you ever get a chance to go to Jamaica, by all means go. Don't go to Montego Bay. Don't go to Ocho Rios. Go to Negril. That's the spot you want to go to. And they serve you Blue Mountain Coffee in the morning, and they put sweetened condensed milk in it instead of cream, which is just absolutely delicious. But it's probably one of the best coffees in the world, in my opinion. Coffee connoisseurs in the USA will spend like hundreds of dollars on a pound of Blue Mountain Coffee. Even like just normal commercial grade stuff you would buy, I would say goes from $50 to $80 per pound. So in the US, the prices for Blue Mountain Coffee are $50 to $100 per pound. In Jamaica, I could buy Blue Mountain Coffee for $13 a pound, and I had this bartender. His name was Dennis the Menace, and whenever I'd head down to the grill, he'd pick me up at the airport. He'd take me to his family's house and have dinner. If I ever wanted to go on day trips and stuff, he'd take me wherever I wanted to go. Really cool guy, and he would get me my Blue Mountain Coffee for like between $13 and $18 per pound. One of the cool things, a lot of times when you bring stuff into the country, they charge like tariffs or taxes on it, or they limit how much you can bring back. You know, when you come back from out of the country, you're normally allowed to bring what, like two-fifths of booze, maybe 20 packs of cigarettes, a box of cigars. They limit how much stuff you can bring back. There is no limit on how much coffee you can bring back. So I would literally bring an extra giant Samsonite suitcase with me. I would load up the thing with Blue Mountain Coffee. I would come back. Customs never gave me a second glance. One time they asked me to open up my bag. They didn't really care that I probably had like 50 pounds of coffee on me. And some of it I would sell on eBay, and some of it would be basically my coffee to drink for the rest of the year until I made it home. Just kind of, I'm not recommending you guys do this, but like marijuana, weed, ganja would be another arbitrage opportunity out of Jamaica. Like in Jamaica, you give somebody like $20 and literally they're giving you like 3 branches of a weed plant with probably like a quarter pound on it. So, arbitrage is taking advantage of price differences in different areas. So here's just a quick example of arbitrage. But here is me standing in Bed Bath & Beyond, and a lot of you guys ask me, like, how do you find these retail arbitrage products? How do you find your niches? How do you know what sells? And a lot of times I do use programs like Terapeak or Jungle Scout or Unicorn Smasher, and a lot of times I am actively out there, like, seeking products and looking, but every once in a while, guys, if you keep your eyes open, opportunities will fall into your lap. So I was at Bed Bath & Beyond with my girlfriend the other day. She wanted to get, I think I told you guys, I just recently moved, so we had to get like one of those closet bars to hang in the closet and one of those wind stoppers to throw down by the window on the back of my room and, a bunch of other garbage. So she's dragging me through Bed Bath & Beyond, and I come across this giant stack of all these video games. So they have Atari Flashback. To the left of the Atari Flashback, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see... Oh, actually, I think I said it had 40 games. It has 80 games. You have the Sega Genesis Flashback, and this one's actually kind of cool. It comes with 2 remotes, and they're wireless remotes. The Atari also comes with 2 remotes. The Nintendo one only came with 1 remote, which I thought was pretty stupid, and it wasn't cordless. So I think these games are way better than Nintendo, but I was just kind of curious. I wonder what these things are selling online for. I wonder if there's any demand for them, right? Because Nintendo was popular, so why wouldn't Atari be popular? Why wouldn't Sega Genesis Flashback be popular? So I hopped on my phone, I looked on eBay, and to my surprise, people were selling these games for, $70. The Segas weren't selling for nearly as much as the Ataris. The Ataris were selling for a lot more. But let's hop on over to a web browser real quick, and I want to show you guys what these are selling for at various retail stores, what they're selling for on eBay, what they're selling for on Amazon, and we'll look at some Terapeak stats as well. So hang tight, guys, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, guys, so back with you here. If we Google search Atari Flashback, we see Bed Bath & Beyond has it for $39.99, Target has it for $49.99, Fry's $49, GameStop $49, PC Richardson $49. One of the cool things about Bed Bath & Beyond, you can always find a 20% coupon online somewhere. They also send out mailers a lot of times, so potentially if you wanted to buy a lot of these, you could get an additional 20% off by using one of their coupons, and that would make it... See here, just for round numbers, we'll do 40 times 0.2, so 40 minus 8. So if you got one of these coupons, you could actually pick these things up for $32 a piece. Let's hop over to eBay, and let's search Atari Flashback. And so the number one seller is selling it for $55. This one actually popped up. This guy managed to rank a little bit higher and is at a lower price. But the other day when I was actually at Bed Bath & Beyond and checked, probably the top 5 listings on page 1 were like $79. I think the cheapest priced one was $69. So one of the guys who's ranking really high is at $79.99. So basically $80. You're able to pick this up for $32. So 80 minus 32 is 80, 70, 60, 50. So that's about a $48 profit per game right there, not taking into consideration shipping and or eBay fees. So you'd have to subtract that off as well. But that's a pretty good profit there. This guy is selling for $69, and he's sold 184 of them. Let's take a look here and see kind of, I don't know if you guys know about this. You probably should, but if you click this 184 sold, what it's going to show you is how many they're selling per day. So he sold 2 on the 14th, which is today. So we're only a couple hours into the day. He sold 2 today already. Yesterday he sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He sold 9 or 10 of them yesterday. So even at, we said it was $40 of profit before fees. It's probably somewhere around 34 or something. But just for round numbers, let's say he's making $30 per unit and he sold 10. He made $300 yesterday selling these Ataris. If we go to the 12th, he sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So $300 a day before that. You see how many he sold on the 11th? This guy's making like $300 a day selling these Ataris, and he's at 69, which, well, cheaper than the 79 guy, is still a pretty good price compared to what a lot of people are selling. The guy who's selling them at 79 has sold 20 of them. Let's see here. He sold 1 on the 13th. He sold 3 on the 10th, 1 on the 9th, 1 on the 8th. So this guy's not selling as much. But as you can see here, I mean, guys, these things are moving. If we go over to Amazon, I already did a search for Atari Flashback. This guy's selling it for pretty cheap, $42. Below that, this is a different product. It's the Atari Flashback 6. Quite honestly, I'm not sure how I think it's maybe got a few more games. That was selling for 50, but if we go down here, Atari Flashback 7 selling for 82, and this guy's only got one left. Here's the problem with Amazon and why eBay is sometimes better than Amazon. Look at how many people are selling on this listing. You have 42 people all hopping on this listing. So while the person who sent them into Amazon FBA or Amazon Prime is selling for 82, a lot of these people who are piggybacking on the listing and self-fulfilling are selling for 65. When you have this many people on a listing, I'll show you guys exactly what's going to happen, which is why, you might as well throw it up on Amazon, but I mean, I wouldn't count on getting sales because here's what's going to happen. We got 42 of these people all selling the same thing. And basically, one guy's going to be at 81, one guy's going to be at $76, and then someone else is going to come in at $75.99, and then someone else is going to come in at $65, and it becomes a race to the bottom to the point where everybody's selling a product to make like $2, and it's just freaking pointless. So I personally would do this on eBay instead of Amazon. It's not worth setting up a Shopify store, in my opinion, because it's going to be such a short-lived product. Your Bed Bath & Beyond may go out of stock. You're probably not going to be able to get a ton of these. Christmas is coming up in like less than 2 weeks, and I think the demand for these is going to die down. But right now, if you get on this really quickly, you can probably make some good money there. So, like I said, $79.99 on eBay. People are selling a lot of these. Let's do a quick search on Terapeak. And again, most of you guys are probably familiar with Terapeak if you watch my videos. If you're not, I'm going to walk you guys through a quick report here. I'll link in the description box below to where you can get a free 7-day trial to check out this cool program, Terapeak. Let's just take a look at some of these stats. So in the past week, $22,753 worth of Atari Flashbacks were sold. The sell-through rate is 69.53%, which is actually pretty good. The average sales price, I wonder if people were selling these for cheaper and they started to get more scarce, and that's why the prices run up. But they're saying the average sales price is $43.43. I don't necessarily agree with that. At least it's not what it looks like to me here, but we'll take a look. The time of day when most people are buying is 3 to 4 a.m., and this is kind of interesting. You'll notice this of a lot of gaming products. People who are into gaming stay up really late. So a lot of times you're going to see gaming type products, whether it's those extra long gaming mouses, gaming mouse pads, gaming mouses, etc. They're going to sell on like Saturday nights from like 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. because that's when gamers are up. Here we can see a chart of like when it sells best. So it's selling best at like 2 to 3 in the morning. It also sells pretty well from like 9 to 10 in the evening. Let's see. As you can see here, oddly enough, Monday is the day when these sell the best. Most people are listing in video games, a few people in computers. And yeah, surprisingly, the most popular price point is up to $32, but I'm guessing that's people selling single remotes or something like that. But as you can see here, I mean, there is really strong sales from $32 to $63, and then there's plenty of units selling for $64 to $320. Here we can see the most popular keywords that people are searching for when they're buying this: console, classic games, built-in. 7 for Atari 7, 2 for 2 controllers, new. 101, I think, refers to 101 games. The highest price somebody sold, I don't know why Nintendo Classic's coming up, but somebody sold a Nintendo. Oh, wow, that's a pretty good deal. I mean, it's not a good deal, but I'm surprised it went for so cheap. Somebody sold an NES Classic, a Genesis Classic, and an Atari Flashback for $320. So considering just a couple weeks ago the Nintendo itself was going for like 3 times that, I'm kind of surprised by that. Here we can just kind of look at some recently completed listings and kind of see what stuff's selling for. Okay, so it looks like these people are selling like a Sega and an Atari Flashback for $109. But again, considering it's probably only costing them $70 or $80, that's still a good profit there. Here, I think this chart will be interesting. We can see how these products have trended. So I'm going to take it out to, say, 30 days. And what's kind of cool, we can see how the number of sellers on the listing has trended, as well as the price of the product has trended. So I'm guessing we're going to see an uptick in the price, as well as the number of people selling it. But we'll see here. I'm going to pause the video just, oh, never mind. Okay, so the number of total listings kind of peaked around a 26, dropped off, but the number of listings is steady, and the average price is pretty steady. So that's good. We know the price isn't going to drop off. I wouldn't be surprised if the price rises before Christmas. What we're not seeing here, I mean, we have seen an increase in sellers from back November 12th, but we're not seeing like a graph going to the sky, which is showing us that like this is getting saturated and everybody's hopping in on it. So still viable. Let's take a look. I'm curious to see like the people who are selling the most Atari Classics. Here we're basically going to be able to see the top 20 competitors. So MGG75 sold $11,719 worth of Atari Classics. Wow, Toys R Us. There's actually an individual seller beating out Toys R Us. That's kind of interesting. And then lastly, let's see how these things are selling internationally. I wouldn't be surprised if these things are selling for a pretty high price internationally and pretty good. So oddly enough, these sell at the highest price on eBay Australia. So if you're open to shipping out of the States to Australia, which you really shouldn't be scared of doing now that eBay has a global shipping program, if you open it up and you can attract Australian buyers, you can get a lot of money. Oddly enough, the highest sell-through rating is in the UK. And a number of successful listings. Again, so this seems to me like a product that could do pretty well internationally. I know a lot of people don't open up their listings to international buyers, but not only are you going to sell more, but you're going to be able to sell them for more money as well by doing so. So that's it, guys. Just wanted to turn you on to a retail arbitrage opportunity. Like I said, this isn't going to be a long-lasting business. This is going to be something that it's going to be a short-term hustle. You're going to get on it right now. If you get them listed, if you have good listings, if you have some good seller ranking in eBay and can actually get your thing ranked. I mean, you saw it, guys. I showed you that one guy was selling 10 of these a day at, conservatively speaking, a $30 profit. So he's making like $300 a day. I see no reason why you can't do the same thing. With retail arbitrage, I basically see two ways of going about this. One way of going about this is you basically just go to your local Bed Bath & Beyond, make sure that they have this product on the shelves. You list it on eBay, and as soon as you get a sale, you run back to Bed Bath & Beyond and buy the item and then ship it out to your customer. Now, obviously, this is somewhat risky because what if Bed Bath & Beyond sells out? What if they raise their price? It's kind of a hassle having to run out to the store, depending on how close it is to your house, run out just to buy one unit and ship it. So what some people might do is buy like 5 or 10 of these, list them, and then just ship them as they get them. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to make this quick video. If you guys are looking to make some money, this is a product you can make some money with if you hop on this right away. Like I said, it's not going to be long lasting. It's a short-term hustle, but you can probably put some money in your pockets before Christmas. So thank you for watching, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Drop a comment if you have any comments on retail arbitrage, if you've played the Atari Flashback. I was thinking about buying one for myself. I didn't wind up pulling the trigger on it. I'm spending way too much money on stuff for my house right now, and I got to buy Christmas presents coming up. So I wasn't gonna buy any useless gadgets for myself. But let me know if any of you guys have this and it's pretty cool. Let me know if it's worth buying. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'll catch you guys on the next video, and we'll talk to you later.